Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to continue on with our seasonal climb through the Master Rank ladder using a team that we built from scratch. Now, I apologize that there was no video yesterday. I was not feeling well and was super tired and didn't want to go to work, but I still went. I wish I didn't because I would not have cut my finger open. Yeah. I know it tingles today and it hurts so much, but we're going to do our best to get through these battles today. We're going to be doing about 5, so at least 4, but as much as 5. We're going to try to hit the 100 matches before the end of the month, so we are looking really good for that. I'm still working on the calcs for Hydreigon. I did get a comment about that yesterday, so I will be finishing up those calcs tonight when I get off of work. And the Discord, if you guys want to join, is finally available. I decided to scrap what I was trying to do. For some reason, it wasn't working in the first place. So I just said, screw it. And I'm just gonna publish it as it is. And if we need to add some more stuff, just let me know and I will add more stuff. That way you guys can have stuff to do. And it is going to be like a multi-purpose thing. So it's not only about Pokemon, but I'm definitely going to be opening up the options for more than things. Anyway, let's get on with the battles for today, shall we? Oh, it's so awkward playing with only 4 fingers. All right, first match of the day. We've got Farigiraf, Fire Ogerpon, Qianpao, Dragonite, Iron Hands, and Urshifu. All right, so this is really interesting. Anti-priority with Farigiraf or maybe Trick Room. I don't think it's going to be Trick Room though, but we'll see. Ogerpon, really high usage Pokemon in the Sacramento Regional. So is Qianpao. I think he was on that list. Dragonite especially. And Dragonite's been done differently, which is kind of interesting. He used Inner Focus and more of a bulkier build to survive and did not use Choice Band. I think Riley had him with Citrus Berry or something like that. I'm not 100%. I don't want to say Assault Vest because he was able to like do other things, but it was pretty dope. Okay, so in our case here, we're going to need to outspeed our opponent. They're going to have priority for sure, but we're going to try to outspeed them. So we're going to bring in Urshifu, Tornadus, Garchomp, and mostly physical attackers. Maybe not Garchomp. We'll bring in Arcanine and Iron Hands instead. Arcanine to lower down a lot of their attacks by 1 stage, and then Iron Hands to come in and just do the swappage or fake out. So I need someone that's neutral, that is not going to get KO'd right away. And I also need to make sure that I can, do somewhat damage against the possible Dragonite and Qianpao. So Ogerpon and Qianpao first, which is dope. So they're going to lower down to defenses, which is totally fine. Mold Breaker comes up for Ogerpon. We're going to go ahead and go straight to the Tailwind on to Tornadus, Terra Water, and we're going to hit the Qianpao. I would go for the Ogerpon, and he could use Spiky Shield, but I go straight through it. But Qianpao is more of a threat because of his ability right now than anything else. So that's what I'm hoping for. Withdraw Qianpao. Okay. So the next person that comes out is probably going to get a licking. It's Iron Hands, so no, it's not. No fake out, though, because he just got swapped out, so that's dope. Okay. Spiky Shield goes up, so that's what I figure what would happen. But I would be able to go through that because, Unseen Fist says so. Surgeon Strikes. Right into the Iron Hands. That's still a lot of damage. It's still a 2-hit KO for sure. Hit 3 times. Okay. So we're going to Bleak Wind, and we're going to swap. Yeah, we're going to swap to Arcanine, so we get the -1. That way, Ogerpon doesn't hit us a lot, and neither will Iron Hands. This is definitely a one-hit KO on the Iron Hands, though, if it works. They're going to Terra now. It's most likely going to be the Ogerpon. It is, so they went back up to neutral. This is a nice call out for that. Body aspect, +1 for their attack. They have to swap for it to go out. So fake out hits the Arcanine, which is totally fine. Or saw that happening. Blink Wind Storm goes off, and it misses the Ogerpon. It is going to take out the Iron Hands up. But now we do have a Pure Fire type on the field, and I have... What Hammer goes onto the Arcanine, does not knock him out because, you know, he has the stats actually where they're supposed to be. Sister Berry activates on the Arcanine. How long do I have Tailwind for? Because he still has Chin Pao and the possible Dragonite, which is right there. I have Tailwind for 2 more turns. I'm gonna protect. Yes, protect on Tornadus. Swap out to Iron Hands now. He can't Terra the Dragonite, so it is just a normal dragon right now. I'm suspecting a Spiky Shield for Ogerpon, though. Aqua Jet, nope, was not the Spiky Shield, so that's good. Ivy Cudgel goes over to the protected slot. Okay, so is this a... What type is that? So we're going to do that, and I'm going to go ahead and fake out the Ogerpon. If Dragonite hits Inner Focus, fake out's not going to flinch him. If it's a multi-scale, which a lot of people are swinging away from, it's if it's multi-scale, I'd flinch him. If it's Inner Focus, I would not be able to flinch him. So I'm just gonna go straight for the Ogerpon instead. Bleak Wind hits both. We'll knock out the Ogerpon. Down goes his Terra. But now I am left with a Dragonite and a Chien Pao. Ooh. Outrage, it was not extreme speed, but goes into the Tornadus. So it did Aqua Jet before, it did Outrage now. And Tailwind is gone. I'm going to send out Arcanine. They're going to send out Chien Pao. Intimidate goes off to lower down their attack 1 stage. Oh, it is Inner Focus. Dope. Okay. I don't have Tailwind. I don't have access to Tailwind. Extreme Speed could knock out this Arcanine. So I'm going to protect on the Arcanine, and I'm going to Drain Punch the Chien Pao to knock out its Sash. Oh, never mind. Battle's canceled. We won. Not bad. They had every out, though. Like, they could have easily been able to knock out Arcanine the next turn with any of the attacks. But Chien Pao would be at 1 HP due to Focus Sash. If it had Focus Sash, it could have had something different. But well played. Well played. All right, next match is ready to go. We've got Urshifu, Tornadus, Ogerpon, that's fire. Fluttermane, not Tornadus, Landorus. That is the Therian form, and King Gambit. So we do need to be able to outspeed here, and we will have to deal with the King Gambit, which is most likely going to be dealt with Dragonite. Or not Dragonite, but Garchomp. My man. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4 physical attackers, but we do have Defiant on that side of the team. So Arcanine is unfortunately not going to be joining us in today's battle, but we could use something else. We're going to walk in with Tornadus, Garchomp, Urshifu, and Iron Hands for sure. I know that I've used in like a lot less of Sinistra, but it's not done on purpose. I don't think that he's got the type advantage. Even though he's got 4 physical attackers, and I do, negate Landorus's stuff for sure. I do not want to come across where I don't have that possibility, if that makes any sense. So if I can get a knockout, I'm okay with that. But if I can't get a knockout, I'm not gonna worry about it. We're gonna go Tailwind first, and then I'm not gonna Terra Fire because I don't really need to. So I'm gonna go in with the Rock Slide instead. Tailwind goes off to up my speed. Do you do Tailwind? Probably. Yep. Okay, but I am Choice Banded. No, Choice Scarf, not Band. Rock Slide. Misses the Tornadus. Will hit the Landorus. They will Rock Slide back. And it does hit the Tornadus, though, for a ton of damage. Okay, we're going to swap, bring out Iron Hands, and I'm going to continue Rock Sliding. I don't want to necessarily lose Tornadus right now. Like, Bleak Wind would be helpful, but it's not going to do anything to that side of the table at all. So I'm just going to run it back to bring out my man Iron Hands here. Rock Slide hits both. Not as dangerous as before. And Tornadus flinched and could not move. Okay, good. I'm going to Thunder Punch the Tornadus, and I'm going to continue Rock Sliding. Because the only reason why I didn't bring out Urshifu now is because of the fact of Bleak Wind Storm that Tornadus could use on their side of the field. It's just going to be like a one-hit KO. And I don't want that. They swap out for Fluttermane. Terrible switching, if you ask me. Citrus Berry activates on the Tornadus, so no decent item over there. He is bulkier, though. Flinch could not move. Here comes the Thunder Punch. Boop. Okay, since Fluttermane's now on the field, we're going to have to deal with that now. I'm probably going to have to use my Terra on Garchomp to probably save him. Intimidate goes off, lowering down Garchomp's attack one more stage. Ugh, this is looking dicey. Heavy Slam on the Fluttermane to knock it out. And I'm going to Terra Fire so I don't get knocked out right away. And I'm going to go straight for the... Oh, okay. I forgot I didn't switch them out yet. Okay. Rock Slide. I should be okay with Iron Hands. He shouldn't be knocked out right away if this hits. Mine's way bulkier than it should be, but it's a good stand. They're gonna Terra. It's gonna go straight to the Fluttermane though. What Terra are you? Fairy. Okay. So this Heavy Slam's gonna knock it out, I think. It should. Rock Slide. Very little damage. Stomping Tantrum. Over to the Iron Hands. Oh, he's not going to survive. Is that down deep? Yes, it is. There goes the Iron Hands. Ah, unfortunate. And Tailwind's gone. Swap in the Urshifu. And I'm gonna Aqua Jet. I should Aqua Jet the Landorus because he's gonna outspeed, but I'm more worried about Fluttermane right now. Yeah, I'm worried about that Fluttermane. But she outspeeds me. Aqua Jet, the Landorus, Rock Slide, hopefully for the flinch. Knockout for the Landorus, so it is now an even race, I think. Rock Slide, hopefully for the flinch. No flinch. Urshifu does go down. Garchomp still stands strong at -2. Brings out the Ogerpod. I'll bring out my Tornadus. And that's fire. Yeah, these are the last two. I mean, I outspeed the Fluttermane now. I don't think it's gonna knock out. Bleak Wind and Rock Slide. Let's hope. Let's hope for the flinch. Rock Slide. Fluttermane flinches and could not move. Let's go. Bleak Wind does for the both and almost gets the 2 KO. Fluttermane goes down. Leaving just this Ogerpon out here with 2 Pokemon on my side of the field. Ivy Cudgel goes right into the Tornadus, knocks him out. Oh no. I just realized what I've done. Spiky Shield. I don't think this is going to kill me. I don't think I get hurt if I do Rock Slide. Let's see. No damage. And I outspeed him. He can go for the double protect, but I don't think it's going to work. I barely got this match. Let's go. Rock Slide. Are you serious? It misses the Ogerpon? He's the only one on the field. You know what? I'm totally okay with that. I got the flinch off the Fluttermane, so karma or even Stevens. Oh my god, the miss on the Rock Slide. That's so dope. Close matches like that make me excited. That's awesome. All right, next match, we've got Dragonite, Chien-Pao, Fluttermane, Iron Bundle. That's going to be a new Pokemon showing up. I love that. Therian, Landorus, and Ogerpon. That's fire. So we do have 4 physical attackers, 2 special attackers. No one on Defiant on that side of the team, so Arcanine could actually come out and play for a little bit. We're going to bring in Tornadus, though, because Iron Bundle is going to be on that side of the field and is faster than anyone that I could realistically bring. So we're going to bring in Tornadus, Urshifu, Iron Hands, and Arcanine. But I kind of want to bring in Sinistcha because he's going to be able to do really, really well against Fluttermane as well as the Iron Bundle. But I don't want to get caught against Ogerpon on that side of the field because it's gonna be able to knock out Sinistcha, and I plan on using my Terra on Urshifu if possible. So it's one of those weird things. But if that is a extreme speeding like user Dragonite, maybe having Sinistcha would be best to like swap in and out, use Strength Sap and all that. But again, Chien-Pao is also gonna be on that, so probably not. I'll keep Sinistcha out this time. I think I got a good assortment. Chien-Pao Dragonite. Okay. Versus Tornadus and Urshifu. So we're going to go ahead and Tailwind so that I outspeed Terra Water, and we're going to go straight for that Chien-Pao. I don't want to do anything to the Dragonite just yet because of the fact that I don't know if it's Inner Focus or Multi-Scale. Now, Multi-Scale would proc after the first hit, so then the rest of it would be an easy, you know, depletion of HP. But the Focus Sash on the Chien-Pao, which is the most used item, would be able to counteract with whatever I'm trying to do. It is going to be the Terra. It's going to be Terra Normal. So possible like a 100% extreme speed build. We'll see. Extreme speed. Goes right into the Urshifu. Does not get the KO because I just barely live. Sucker Punch right after that. Where's my Tailwind? Did I not click Tailwind? How do they attack faster than me? I'm supposed to have... Interesting. Okay. Arcanine can come out now. So I barely live the... Yep, it is inner focus. Okay. But I will drop the stats for Chien-Pao, for sure. We're going to swap out to Iron Hands now, and I'm going to go ahead and Will-O-Wisp the Dragonite. So that whole thing should have been 1, Extreme Speed, Tailwind, then Sucker Punch. But apparently it went the other way around. That was really, really odd. Extreme Speed into the Iron Hands, does not get the KO, gets really, really close. Will-O-Wisp goes into the Dragonite. Now you are rendered kind of useless. And Sacred Sword goes right into the Arcanine, does not get the KO either. Procs the Citrus Berry on the Arcanine. Okay, so now that he's burnt, I can also burn the Chien-Pao, but I'm going to Drain Punch him instead. And I'm going to Protect here on the Arcanine. Even at like that burn should be enough to make it so that Extreme Speed does not knock out Iron Hands. Does not. So you can go double into that slot. Icicle Crash goes into the Arcanine instead. Ooh, that's a terrible choice. But here comes the Drain Punch. Boop. Drops it down to its sash. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. And I go up to full. Okay. Drain Punch on the Dragonite, and I'm going to Extreme Speed the Chien-Pao, which may swap out here. Does not. Goes down. I outspeed you. Extreme Speed over to the Iron Hands. Does not do much damage, but here comes the Drain Punch. All that HP that you just took from me, I'm going to take it back. Thank you. Okay, thanks, bye. And burn. Takes him down. I may not have been able to lower down your attack by Intimidates, but I will surely burn you. And Tailwind's gone. Dope. I did it the correct timing. I still don't understand how they were able to attack first before I was, but I will take it. Like, this is okay for me. Fluttermane and Iron Bundle for the end. Cork Drag that's active, so now it gets a boost in speed, which is fine. My Iron Hands is in range, though. Drain Punch. No, I need to take out the Fluttermane first. So I'll do that. And I'm going to Extreme Speed the Iron Bundle. Iron Bundle protects. Totally fine with that. It probably assumed that I was going to do something else. Extreme Speed into that slot. Moonblast into the Iron Hands. Does get the KO. That's unfortunate. Okay, so now Tornadus comes out, who has not been hit this entire time, which is dope. Problem is, he's probably going to get hit now. I'm going to Tailwind, and I'm going to Flare Blitz the Fluttermane. So with the Extreme Speed, or with Tailwind going off, I should be able to outspeed the Fluttermane. I will not outspeed the Iron Bundle, which I don't. Right into the Arcanine, who does knock him out. Moonblast into... Oh, Tornadus. I wonder if that was spec'd. Not bad. There might have been like one more play, but I didn't have Tailwind. If I did, might have, but yeah. Again, I still don't understand how the other two was able to outspeed me. I understand Dragonite. Extreme Speed does go over quite a bit, but Sucker Punch too? I mean, I should have been able to Tailwind before Sucker Punch goes off. I'll have to check the speed tier. Jesus! How'd I jump up that high? That's so stupid. My God. All right, next match is up. We've got Water Ogerpon, Gyarados, Goldengo, Grimmsnarl, Iron Hands, and Garchomp. Oh, Garchomp is here. Cool. What can I do here? We will have to worry about Thunder Wave. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4 physical attackers. Sinistcha is definitely coming in this time. They don't really have anything that's going to really be able to take advantage of Sinistcha's like vulnerability. I mean, Goldengo could, right? But Strength Sap is going to like cause a lot of concern. Machagacha is going to cause a little bit a lot of concerns as well. I completely ignore Iron Hands' main kit, first of all, which is dope. And I completely ignore most, if not all, of Garchomp's kit as well. And I'm immune to whatever water type attacks comes from Gyarados and Ogerpon. So that's awesome. I love this. No one really to outspeed me, so I'm not going to worry about bringing in Tornadus this time. I think what I'm going to bring in instead is Iron Hands, Sinistcha, Urshifu, and Garchomp. I think those are the 4. Now, I may not click Earthquake, which is something I was thinking about doing. I might change Earthquake for Stomping Tantrum. That way I don't have to worry about knocking out my partner Pokemon, like I've been prone to do plenty of times. Iron Hands and Gyarados versus Sinistcha and Iron Hands. Intimidate goes off, which is totally fine. So I'm going to go ahead and swap. Oh, I didn't bring Arcanine. Well done. Okay. Fake out into... God dang it. Iron Hands, and I'm going to go ahead and Strength Sap the Gyarados. Now, he could Thunder Wave, which is totally fine. I'm just going to start taking away HP from Gyarados if he hit me. So I win the speed tie. He does the Dragon Dance, which is going to raise its attack and speed. I'm going to make it back to neutral. Yes, Strength Sap. I may not get HP from it, but I'm going to bring him back down too. Oh, he's wearing the clear amulet. I can't. Dope. Okay. Then I'm just going to go ahead and punch him in the face. Okay. Drain Punch. The Iron Hands, because I got a thing for that. And I'm just going to Machagacha and hope for the burn. Clear amulet on the Arcanine, or the Gyarados. That's dope. They're going to Terra. I'm okay with that. It's probably going to be the Arcanine. Yep. Not Arcanine. God dang it. Gyarados makes it flying. All right. So maybe Terra Blast Gyarados? Yep. Goes right to the Sinistcha. I will not live? I mean, he is +1. But that's interesting. That's interesting indeed. Drain Punch on their Iron Hands. I get a little bit more HP back. They're going to Drain Punch me back. All right. You brought down the thunder. Here comes the kaboom. Garchomp. We're going to continue our nonsense of, trades, and I'm just going to Rock Slide you. And you're super effective, even though that you're +1. I have Choice Scarf, and I don't think you outspeed 200 something. So good luck. Rock Slide will miss Iron Hands, but will hit the Gyarados for a lot. Terra Blast. Goes right into the Iron Hands. It's a good trade. That's a lot of damage. But I will Drain Punch first. Doing a lot of damage. I don't think I'm going to get KO'd here, but I might. Drain Punch. Yep. Okay. I didn't think I would because of the fact that I should have a little bit more HP to work with, but apparently that's not the case. So, fun stuff. Okay. Bring out Urshifu. We immediately need to Terra so that we get out of his thing, and I'm going to go right into the Iron Hands and Rock Slide that side of the field. Hopefully, knock out one of the Pokemon. I haven't seen the other two in the back. But I need to get Terra, I need to get my Flying Weakness away. So they withdrew Gyarados to bring out their Garchomp. Withdrew Iron Hands. So he's kind of showing me his last two in the back to bring out Ogerpon. So the Surging Strikes is going to go into Ogerpon, which is unfortunate, but I can't do anything about that now. He swapped in, so he can't do any attacks this turn. The cool thing is that it doesn't do 3 attacks, it only does the 1. So I'll go into that slot. Rock Slide. With your Garchomp. Bring out the Gyarados. Yep. Kind of a terrible switch in, if you ask me. But he does lower down my attack one stage, so I can't, you know, disagree with that. But I think Garchomp has more than one. Ogerpon does avoid the attack. Surging Strikes. We'll go into the Gyarados. Now, Ogerpon avoided the Rock Slide, which is unfortunate. So now here comes Hornleech, right into the Urshifu. Does not get the KO, but gets really, really close. Really, really close. Sent out the Iron Hands after that. Okay, I'm locked in the Surging Strike, so I can't do anything. Yes, I know that Choice Scarf only allows me to select one move. Fake out. Urshifu knocks him out. Totally fine with that. I'm down to my last two. I can't really do anything else, so it's kind of whatever at this point. Boop. Garchomp still lives. And Raw. Why did my Rough Skin proc? Does that Cudgel not make contact with your Iron Hands? Garchomp. He's mitigating damage from the Rock Slides. Ivy Cudgel. See, watch. Boop. I mean, it's a crit that time. But no damage suffered to the Ogerpon. Does Cudgel not take damage, like not make physical attacks? That's weird. That's really, really weird. All right, next match is Fluttermane, Tornadus, Rillaboom, Landorus, Ogerpon, and Sinistcha. So in the last fight, Sinistcha didn't do as much as I would like him to. It is what it is at that point. But we do need to bring in Tornadus because we do have Fluttermane and Tornadus on that side of the field to deal with. So we do need to be able to outspeed someone over there. So who else should I bring in? Let's see, 1, 2, 3 physical attackers, 3 special attackers. So Arcanine may not be useful here. I mean, it would lower down Rillaboom as well as Landorus, but I do not want to get stuck with Sinistcha on that side of the field and not being able to KO. But it is Arcanine. He could take down that slot. I could also take down Rillaboom as well. And I negate Fluttermane. So I think That's who I'll bring in first. Actually, I'll have him in the back. Bring out Urshifu, Iron Hands, and Arcanine. I just can't have Arcanine out there when Landorus hits the field because not because of the Intimidate, but because of the ground attacks that he's gonna suffer. So having like an additional flying type might be interesting to have on the team, or at least someone that's Terra flying. They lead with Tornadus Landorus. I lead with Tornadus and Urshifu. So the -1 goes off here. I'm going to Tailwind, and I'm going to Terra into Surgeon Strikes into Landorus. They withdrew Landorus, that's good. Bring out Sinistcha to immediately take advantage of not being affected by Surgeon Strikes as much. But it's not going to be able to use Strength Sap, and with me using Tailwind here, I will have the first attack on both Pokemon before Sinistcha can act. That's if it's like normal count, right? Even with Tailwind, they're not going to be able to act as much. They go for the taunt. I already went for the Tailwind, so I'm good here. I don't have to do anything else. Surgeon Strikes is going to go straight into the Sinistcha. 1. Oh, the Rocky Helmet's going to take out... Oh no, the recoil. I hate the recoil. Like, it takes a lot more damage out on me than it does the Pokemon I'm hitting, unfortunately. Hit the Pokemon 3 times. Okay, that's cool. All right, Bleak Wind. So we're going to hit that side really, really hard. And I'm going to go straight for the Tornadus. Now, I outspeed the Tornadus, but he could still get Tailwind off or anything else. But if it's an attack, I attack first. Hopefully, the Bleak Wind goes off and hits the Sinistcha. That's what I'm hoping for. If Strength Sap goes through, I'm in trouble. Because it heals up to full. It'll heal up automatically to full. Sunny Day. Okay, lowers down my water attacks. That's totally fine. Bleak Wind hits both. Sinistcha goes down. And drops that Tornadus' speed. So now he's got Flutter Mane in the back. Eats a berry to heal for Citrus. I thought it was something else. Surgeon Strikes. That's still a KO. That's too much damage. It might have worked if this was scarfed or not as built physically. But I am full attack investment choice man. That's not going to do a whole lot. But he has Flutter Mane in the back for sure. Absolutely does. Landorus comes back out. And here comes Flutter Mane, which is what I thought. Intimidate goes off. Photosynthesis, are you special attack? You are speed. Okay. Bleak Wind, and I'm going to Surgeon Strikes into... Actually, might be best to swap now. Yeah, let's swap. Let's lower down Landorus's attack 1 stage. And we're going to negate whatever Flutter Mane could do to us. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to withstand something. Protect, totally fine with that. If it was a Stomping Tantrum, they got me. I mean, they couldn't really hit Tornadus at all, so they'd only have to go into Urshifu. But Bleak Wind Storm will hit the Flutter Mane before it can act. Lower down its speed, so it's not even at its normal capacity. I'm going to go ahead and Bleak Wind again. And how's my Tailwind? Tailwind's good. And I'm going to Will-O-Wisp the Landorus. I should outspeed here. Bleak Wind. Boop. Almost KOs the Fluttermane, does not, but it does get a crit. Here comes Will-O-Wisp, right into that Lander's spot, and he is burnt. Dazzling Gleam goes down to Tornadus, but I'm okay with that. Arcanine's gonna heal due to the Citrus Berry. And the -1 plus the burn. Stomping Tantrum. Are you serious? That still knocks you out? Even, oh, I mean, it is ×4, but you're burnt, man. You're burnt. Oh my god. That's a little frustrating. Oh man, that's really frustrating. Urshifu's gonna come out, and our last guy, which is going to be the Iron Hands. Fake out the Landorus, and I'm just gonna not close combat, Aqua Jet the Fluttermane. There we go. Landorus is gonna protect. I don't think Fluttermane can. Fake out, goes into the protect, does nothing. But I'm locked into Aqua Jet, so even on the next turn, I still hit for a lot. Probably gonna get the KO. Fluttermane goes down. I'm saying probably just because of the fact that I don't know. Heavy Slam into Aqua Jet. I mean, the sun's still up, so... Or is it? Yes, it is. Okay. Battle's canceled. Okay. With him being burnt, like, it should have made it so Arcanine can live. I think I would have swapped out from Hisuian. Like, yeah, Rock Slide is great, and so is, like, Rockhead. But, bro, you get knocked out by Iron Hands and any Landorus. First match is up, ready to go. We've got Alola Ninetales, Hisuian, Arcanine, King Gambit, Iron Hands, Baxcalibur, and Sinistcha. Okay, so we do have a Defiant in the ranks, so definitely Arcanine is not going to be hitting the field, but I can still do some damage with the Garchomp here. So we're going to open up with Tornadus Garchomp, bring in Iron Hands, and I kind of want to bring in my own Sinistcha, but I don't know if we're going to be able to survive due to Baxcalibur. And King Gambit will also be able to super affect him as well, because, you know, Katal Cleave. We'll bring in Urshifu, that way we can have a better standing of what we're going to be looking at. I don't have a way to break Aura Veil, so that's going to be a problem, but I could also just taunt the Alola Ninetales so that it can't, but it's gonna be like a problem regardless. So Ninetales and Baxcalibur. Okay, so I do have a problem right away because Garchomp is gonna get knocked out here like immediately. So what I'm gonna do is taunt the Ninetales, Terra to become fire, and I'm gonna go ahead and Dragon Claw the Baxcalibur with your Ninetales, so we don't have to worry about that Pokemon now. So my taunt isn't going to be anything. Here comes the Arcanine though. I need to remove my weakness away from ice. So Garchomp's going to be the one that's doing the most damage, so I need to get him up and ready to go. He does have Scarf, so I'm going to be moving faster than this Baxcalibur, unless he uses Ice Shard, which does not look to be the case. We'll see. Nope, Dragon Claw right into that Baxcalibur. Does not get the... Oh, the defense boost in the snow. Right, okay. And I'm also Terra Fire so that I don't get Will-O-Wisp by the Arcanine. Bring on Iron Hands. Iron Hands to then go ahead and should I fake out? I'm gonna fake out the extreme speed or the burn. And go straight. I mean, I'm locked into Dragon Claw. I have to swap him out if I want to get out of it. But I'm gonna hit the Arcanine. Not very effective, which is totally fine. Dragon Claw right into the Excalibur again. Next turn, he'll be knocked out. Arcanine flinch, could not move. Scale Shot. Garchomp avoids the attack. Let's go. Drain Punch the Arcanine, and I'm just gonna Dragon Claw at the Excalibur. It might be a 3-hit KO due to the snow, but I don't have to worry about it. With your Excalibur, good call. Probably bring out the Ninetales again. Yep. Makes it immune to the physical attack there. Terra the Arcanine. Make it immune. Oh, well, I mean, it's Fairy. So now Dragon Claw won't do a whole lot of damage. The Drain Punch is still going to do something, but now I have to swap out Garchomp. Rock Slide. Ooh, super effective against the Garchomp because he is fire. Drain Punch, though. And Arcanine shook off the taunt. So I'll Heavy Slam the Arcanine, which may not do a whole lot of damage, but we will switch to the Urshifu. Aura should be coming up here pretty soon. Witcher the Arcanine. That was a good call, because I was going to hit him with a Heavy Slam. To bring out the Excalibur. Okay. There's the Aura Veil. Heavy Slam. Oh, even it's super effective, it still did not KO the Excalibur. So now we're going to punch. Yes. I'm going to punch the Ninetales. And I'm going to Surging Strikes the Excalibur, I think. I mean, he's got Ice Shard. I'm faster, I think. Yeah, Iron Head. Let's go. With your Ninetales. Sinistra. That's going to heal up Excalibur a bit. Iron Head. Boop. Down goes Excalibur. Now the Drain Punch isn't going to do anything to Sinistra, unfortunately. But the snow stopped, so he swapped Ninetales out perfectly. It's going to bring out the Arcanine. But the Intimidate's going to drop my attacks one stage. And I'm going to go ahead and Wild Charge the Sinistra, because Ninetales is probably going to swap out to that slot. And I'm going to Iron Head the Arcanine. Aura Veil should still be up even though that's not snowing. You just need to have the snow up to activate it. Super effective against the Arcanine. Does not get the KO. Terra Blast. Right over to the Iron Hands. Super effective. It's still a lot of damage. Wild Charge over to the Sinistra. Did not swap out. That's dope. Probably didn't need to. Because it activates Trick Room. Okay. Alright. Alright. Heavy Slam the Arcanine. Because I'm faster. Swap. Oops. Slight delay. Come on, there we go. Calling back to Urshifu. Heavy Slam. Knocks out the Arcanine. And Matcha Gotcha from the Sinistcha. Gets the KO on the Garchomp, but not on the Iron Hands. I just really wanted to save Urshifu because I think he's going to be the win condition I'm going to be looking for, but I'm going to have a really hard time. A real hard time. Snow warning, starts to snow. So I'm going to Drain Punch the Ninetales. And I'm going to Surging Strikes the Ninetales as well. Rage Powder. Drain Punch. Fails. Guess it hit the Sinistcha. Surging Strikes. So I go faster than the Ninetales, so that's interesting. That's good to know, but the Blizzard's going to come out here and it's probably going to knock out Iron Hands. Moonblast. Iron Hand slot. So Iron Hands goes down. That was a crit, but it didn't really need one. Didn't really need one. Nice job. Rage Powder again. And I'm going to go straight. Oh, no. No Rage Powder. I'm just going to go straight into the Ninetales. Probably doesn't believe it. It needs to do it, but I almost knocked out this Ninetales. If it wasn't for Aura Veil, that would have been the KO. Moonblast. Boop. Oh, not a one-hit KO. But you reset Trick Room? Okay. Oh, yeah, because Ninetales is faster. That's right. Never mind. Good call. Good call. I was like, wait, why'd you do that? It's like, oh, wait, yeah, that's right. Not bad. Not bad. All right, next matchup. We've got Chien-Pao, Illimuse. Illimuse. Ogerpon, Dragonite, Hisuian Arcanine, and Garchomp. So Illimuse is going to be a prankster on that particular type of team, and it knows Fake Tears and Tailwind, so I will obviously need to bring in my own. Question is, who should be my lead? I think Urshifu might be the one that I need, but I will have to keep in mind that they will have an Ogerpon in the back, so I'll bring that in, bring in Iron Hands. Who else should I bring in? I mean, Garchomp might be really interesting. But I might need to bring in Sinistcha just so that I can have a counter to the possible extreme speed Dragonite. Or I could bring in Arcanine that could burn. That might be fun. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring in the burn. I can't have him out with Garchomp on the field or Water Ogerpon, but if I can avoid those situations, I think I'm fine. I think I'll be just fine. Chien-Pao and Ogerpon. Urshifu and Tornadus. Sword of Ruin goes off. Okay, so what I want to do first is activate Tailwind, because I need to be able to outspeed this Chien-Pao. And let's see, post combat or that. I'm just gonna go ahead and Terra Water into the Chien-Pao. That way I don't get knocked out by Sucker Punch. And I don't think anyone on that side of the field knows. What am I thinking of? Ally Switch? That would be a kind of dope thing to use. Like, oh man, you're gonna just completely avoid my, my hits, and I'm just gonna Ally Switch so that you don't. And that's a terrible read. Like anyone can see that a mile away. But it would be funny. Spike a shield on the Ogerpon, which is totally fine. I'm not going after that slot. The Tailwind goes up. And here goes the Chien-Pao. Sucker Punch? No Sucker Punch. Surgeon Strikes on the Chien-Pao. So no defense drops for you. I think in the next season I'll bring back Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao was dope. I love Chien-Pao. Okay, so for this matchup, we're going to go ahead and do the Break Wind. Not Break Wind, but Bleak Wind. And I kind of want to go in with the Surgeon Strikes, but I think Illumise is going to have Illumise? Oh, Illumise. Okay. That's... Wow, I don't know what I was saying before. I think Illumise is going to have Allies switch. Which, if that's the case, it's going to suck for me. But if not, Surgeon Strikes into that slot. Terra. Probably going into the Ogerpon. And it is. Makes it not so weak against flying attacks. And buffs its special defenses. Which is dope. Boosts it 1 stage. Yep. Loomies puts in Tailwind. I still outspeed. There you go. Oh, right. Smack dab in the middle. Surgeon Strikes. Your prankster friend. And they go down. Hit once. They faded. Sword Stance. Ooh, 2-stage raise. Okay. And here comes Dragonite. So we're going to swap out Tornadus to bring out Arcanine now. And I'm going to go ahead and maybe bring out the Iron Hands. I mean, Arcanine's going to go down. For sure, he's going to go down. There's no way that they won't. So maybe I Bleak Wind with Tornadus. But swap to Arcanine from Urshifu. That Sword Stance is going to make me worried a little bit. This Dragonite could also be Inner Focus, and this will proc it if it is. Clear Amulet for the Dragonite, so it's not Inner Focus. Dragonite will avoid the Bleak Wind though, so it's most likely multi-scale because you wouldn't have the Clear Amulet and the thing too. But the +1 to the attack of that Ivy Cudgel does knock out the Tornadus. Dragonite does use Dragon Dance. His speed rose. Okay, bring out Iron Hands. Fake out the Dragonite. And I'm going to burn the Ogerpon. We're going to drop its attack severely, but I am 4 times weak against this Ogerpon, which is very unfortunate, but I can't do anything about it. Let's see if you're Inner Focus. You are absolutely not. Will-O-Wisp hits the Ogerpon. Even now +1, you now have burn status. So your attack is now halved. Ivy Cudgel was right into the Arcanine. It's gonna go down. Yeah, it's no. God, this Pokemon, man, so frail. And Tailwind's now gone, which I'm okay with. Because now I can bring out the Urshifu, and I can Wild Charge right into that Ogerpon slot. And I'm going to close combat. Oh, it's not very effective. None of my attacks are very effective against the Dragonite. So we're just going to Surgeon Strikes into it. Hope for the best. Spiky Shield gets activated by the Ogerpon, which is totally fine. Earthquake by the Dragonite. Not enough to get a KO. Surgeon Strikes. It's enough to put some damage onto it, but I wish I went doubled into that slot. Wild Charge goes right into that slot and will prick itself because of the spiky shield. And their Tailwind just now wore off. Okay. Wild Charge into the Ogre Pond again, and I'm gonna hit that Dragonite. Now it's got +1 speed, so not enough to get the KO, but nice try. Bop. And bop. And one more time. Bop. This victory is assured. Unless I somehow miss Wild Charge. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So, about that victory. This is still get... I wish I could see the ability. Like, that's... Yeah, I think I lost. Oh no, it doesn't... They lose it! Oh, that's awesome. Okay, good. They don't get both. They had that. They really did have that. I thought they got both. All right, well, there you go, ladies and gents. Something new that we both learned today. That's dope. I didn't know that they didn't get both. All right, next match is up. We've got Alolan Ninetales, Baxcalibur, Tornadus, Water Ogre-Pon, Golden Go, and Iron Hands. So a lot of, because of Alolan Ninetales now, we've got a lot of really cool ice types coming out to play, which is perfect for me because I love ice types. They're really, really dope. As a matter of fact, my brother's first team that he was going to fight in the Friend Challenge was going to be an ice team, and I was super excited. And he never fully trained it. So he just like, I just want to fight. Like, okay. You can clearly see, like, a lot of the times he just didn't really care, which is unfortunate. We'll go all in with Tornadus. We found out that Garchomp isn't really as helpful, but we'll bring in Urshifu because... you know, they might be weak against like fighting type moves, or maybe Iron Head. They've got 1, 2, 3 physical attackers. We'll bring in Iron Hands, and I'll bring in Garchomp. I'll bring them in because of the Iron Hands and the Golden Go with the Stomping Tantrum. It's not gonna really do anything against the Baxcalibur, which is really unfortunate, but I mean, I don't know what else we could do at that point. I just need to make sure that I do not put Garchomp in front of any of the ice types, Baxcalibur or Ninetales especially. None of those. But I do need to swap out one of these two because that's an Iron Hands, and that Iron Hands is gonna definitely take some KOs out of Urshifu and or Tornadus, which is gonna be a little bit of a bender. Taunt the Ninetales, swap to swap to my Iron Hands. Because Fake Out's gonna go into the Garchomp because that's what Iron Hands does. Or not Garchomp, but Urshifu. I'm gonna bring out my Iron Hands so that Fake Out doesn't really do anything. Taunt is gonna shut down, hopefully. Oh, he went into the Tornadus instead. Okay, well, Taunt's gonna go right into that slot anyway. I love Covert Cloak, by the way. Like, I don't care if you try to shut down anything else. Moonblast into the Iron Hands. A lot of damage there. We're now Bleak Wind, and I will go ahead and Fake Out the Iron Hands with your Ninetales. Brought out their own Tornadus. No moves for you. Bleak Wind dodges the Tornadus that just came in, but does hit the Iron Hands. Lynchy could not move. We're going to Tailwind, and I'm going to go ahead and Wild Charge into that Tornadus. We might trade Tornaduses here. If I were them, that's what I would do. Since Fake Out's been used, you can just swap and bring in something different, which would be okay. But you need to remove my Tornadus off the field, because if you bring Ninetales back, I'm going to taunt it, and I know that it lands. So you're not going to get Aura Veil off. So your screen person is kind of pointless to bring on against me at this present time. Doesn't mean that it won't be that way, but right now, that's how it is. We both activate Tailwind, so that's dope. I think I'm faster, though. Nope, they are. Drain Punch into my Iron Hands, which is totally fine. You can get up that little bit of HP. I'm okay with that. Because I'm going to Wild Charge into your Tornadus. Almost knocking him out. That's dope. I'm going to Bleak Wind, and I'm going to swap to Garchomp. Because now I want to preserve my Iron Hands as much as possible, but the Garchomp, their Tornadus is in range. So Bleak Wind does hit both. Your Tornadus goes down. No more Trick Room or Tailwinds for you. And you cannot prevent me from doing anything else like taunts or whatever. Drain Punch goes into the Garchomp. That still does a lot of damage. Holy cow. Okay. Okay, chill. Chill. Rough Skin does come in. Does a little bit of the damage. Out comes the Ninetales. Taunt the Ninetales. Terrifier stomping into the Iron Hands. Now, I know that it's weaker, but I don't really have... the only special attack I have right now that I have access to is Tornadus. So, I'm just going to have to go with that. We do see a Blizzard coming up from that side, so I will need to try to save either Garchomp or Tornadus. I'm going to try to save the Garchomp. If I Terra Urshifu, it's not going to make a difference. It's still going to be water, and I'd rather not have to deal with that. They're going to Terra. It's going to be the Iron Hands. Are you grass? No, you're water. Okay. Okay. Make it kind of neutral. Ninetales will protect, which is totally fine. Because Taunt was going to go into that slot. Stomping Tantrum. Drain Punch. That's a lot. That's a lot of HP. Snow stopped. No Aura Veil. They have to swap now. And I'm just going to hit the Iron Hands now. So the next Pokemon they bring out is going to get damaged. They withdrew Iron Hands. Bring out Baxcalibur. Oh, this is going to hurt a lot. Shiny. Stompy Tantrum. Oh, it's not going to hurt a lot. I thought it would. Bleak Wind. Misses Baxcalibur. Does hit the Ninetales. Moonblast into the Garchomp slot. Totally fine with that. And their Tailwind's gone, and so is mine. Let's bring in Urshifu now. Should be good. Should be good enough. Taunt the... Well, Ninetales might protect here. I'm gonna get that back up. Plus combat the Max Caliber. So far I'm 1-on-1, I think. So what are they gonna do here? What would my decision be? Like, I could retreat. The Ninetales goes back, so we saw that. Brings out the Iron Hand, so I do have Fake Out pressure next turn. Tailwind goes off, so now I'm faster, but now I have to do something about this Max Caliber. Close combat, boop, does get the KO. Minuses my defense this one stage. Okay, brings out the Ninetales. Snow warning. Taunt the Ninetales. Probably gonna go for the protect though. I would. Taunt it in case if it doesn't. Oh well, he knows that I've got Fake Out. Or I got resistance to Fake Out. So then Bleak Wind. And I'm gonna switch to Iron Hands. I'm going to taunt it so it can't do Aura Veil, but I don't think it's going to really matter too much. Bleak Wind, no Fake Out. Did not knock down the Ninetales or the Iron Hands. Ninetales goes for the Blizzard instead. Does get the double KO. And Wild Charge goes into that slot. So no Fake Out. Oh, this is a hard question. Let's go for it. Okay, we're going to Surgeon Strikes into the Iron Hands. I leave myself open for the Ninetales. Please do not knock me out. I have 2 more turns of Tailwind left, I think. Iron Hands goes down. Here comes the Moonblast. Oh, KO. Dang it. It's like, it was a really hard choice. I either stared down a Wild Charge from Iron Hands or I stared down a Moonblast from Alolan Ninetales. Still, that was a good game. Super good. Oh, that was super good. All right, next match is up. We've got Heatran, Specterior. Okay, Rillaboom, Enamorous, Iron Bundle, and what's Amuse? I forgot again. I'm sorry. Okay, because of that, we're gonna have to definitely run in with this guy. Not because of the fact of Amuse, but Iron Bundle. Okay. I'll try to remember after this one. I apologize, guys. We're gonna need to bring in. I want to bring in Urshifu. He would probably be like a really good person to bring in. Although that Rillaboom does worry me a bit. But I'll bring in the Iron Hands and who else? Like, this is weird. It's like random Trick Room / Tailwind users. It's odd. Let's see. One physical attacker is Enamorous physical attacker. I don't really know. I'll bring in Garchomp. I don't want to put an Arcanine in front of, you know, a Iron Bundle. That seems kind of odd. What is that Pokemon's name? I can't remember. I just saw it like not 10 seconds ago. Illumise, that's it. Illumise. Okay. Illumise. That's it. Okay. Alright, Specterior and Iron Bundle. Iron Bundle gets the Quark Drive off due to the booster energy. Its speed is heightened, which is 309, I think. We need to then use Tailwind so that we go Zoom Change ourselves to Terra Water, Surgeon Strikes. And I want to go right into that Specterior, but I know what this Iron Bundle can do. Yeah, let's go into the Iron Bundle instead. I don't want people that are faster than me on the field to stay on the field. That makes it really, really hard for me. Plus, I don't know what Specterior is going to do. I know it's a really, really fast Pokemon, but it's not faster than good old Iron Bundle there. I mean, I think Iron Bundle's still going to outspeed Urshifu. But I still at least want to put a little bit of pressure. So here comes the Tailwind. Freeze Dry goes right into the Tornadus. Does not get the KO. Gets really, really close though. Surgeon Strikes. Bop. Bop. I thought that would be more. Bop. Okay. Again, I thought that would be much more, but it's not. Hit 3 times. Specterior, what are you doing? Shadow Ball to the Tornadus. Gotcha. Bop. Bop, bop. Grimnay. Special attack Rose. And that's a Life Orb. Gotcha. Now that I know what you are. Send out Garchomp. Rock Slide. And Surgeon Strikes. Bop, 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 bop. So what is your move here? You could swap out Iron Bundle to bring out someone else, but what would you bring in? You have a Terra Urshifu with Choice Band. Rock Slide goes up, so you know switch in. But it's going to knock out the Iron Bundle there, and I get free reign to attack into the Specterior. So it was essentially a trade for 1 for 2. So what is your other Pokemon? You could bring in Illumies, but I don't know if that's going to be... Oh, you did. Okay. Oh, and Heatran? Oh, great. Okay. I know which one I'm going for first. Rock Slide, obviously, for both, but I'm going to go straight for that Heatran. Protect or not, I'm taking it down. You have to Terra for that Heatran to survive. But I'm definitely taking it down. Question is, what would be the best Terra for Heatran now? I mean, you could go Fairy, but I do know Iron Head, but it's not. I'm stuck into Surging Strikes. Terra, it's gonna go to the Heatran. Grass. Okay, that does make it not as effective to my attacks, which is totally fine. Fake Tears goes off, which is gonna lower someone's defense, special defenses 2 stages. Here comes the Rock Slide. And Surgeon Strikes are just going to go right into that Heatran slot. It's not going to get the KO, but it puts him in range. Now, they focus on Garchomp, which may or may not have been the case. Let's see if we get the flinch. And Terra Blast. It's going to go right into the Garchomp. Why the Garchomp? You could have easily knocked out the Urshifu. The Urshifu is like the bigger problem of the two. Like, absolutely. Like, Garchomp is locked into Rock Slide. What? Okay. Iron Hand's gonna fake out Loomies, and I'm just gonna Sergeant Strikes into Heatran. I go through Protect, so good luck. Good luck. Fake out into that Pokemon. They have Covert Cloak. Good job. That's dope. Surgeon Strikes into the Heat Ran. That's not protecting. So there you go. Heat Ran's down. Now it's just my two Pokemon versus Illumis. Oh, my tan one's gone. But I don't think it really matters. Heavy Slam and Surgeon Strikes. It's the last one that I have too. I really need to up the PP for Surgeon Strikes. Battle's canceled. We are done here. So 2-2 so far. All right. Final matchup of the day is here upon us. We got Iron Hands, Landorus, Water Ogerpon, Chien-Pao, Fluttermane, and Dragonite. Ooh. So we do have multiple physical attackers here. The only one that's not is Fluttermane. So definitely want to bring in either Arcanine or maybe Sinistra so that we can -1 their attacks or just be resistant to a lot of their attacks that they could bring using upon us. Especially with the combo of Chien-Pao, Dragonite. It's going to be very, very interesting to see who we swap in here. But we do need to outspeed first and foremost. So we're going to do Tornadus. And I want to bring in Urshifu first. Iron Hands next because we do need to resist Water Ogerpon, but I do take more damage towards like Landorus. But again, we'll bring in Sinistra in the back so that way we can withstand a little bit more. But let's see what happens in this case, because we do have two physical attackers, two special attackers, and both of them do a lot of damage either or. So let's hope. We also don't know if the Dragonite is going to be the typical Terra Normal, you know, like super offensive type, or if it's going to be something completely different. Obviously, I need to get Urshifu out of here, but I'm going to go ahead and do Bleak Wind and swap out to... Actually, we're going to swap out to Sinistra. Yeah, we're going to do that. Because, like, the Machagacha is going to hurt really, really hard. I ignore, like, a lot of what Ogerpon could do. Ivy Cudgel is not going to do as much damage. Also, no more Wild Charges or Drain Punches. And I could do Strength Sap. So there's that. Follow Me goes off on their side. Ogerpon grabs the attention, but it almost gets one shot by the Bleak Wind. That was a crit on the Iron Hands. Oh, Wild Charge into the Tornadus. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. He was hit by the recoil. And I'll just go ahead and bring in my own Iron Hands. And I'm going to then fake out the Iron Hands because I'm hoping for a Spiky Shield, and I'm going to Machagacha. So, Spiky Shield. Withdraw the Iron Hands to bring out Fluttermane. It's going to ignore my fake out. Photosynthesis activates its speed. Yep. So 307. Spiky Shield does still activate. So we did guess that part right, but we did not get the fake out. Which is totally fine. We still can hit the Fluttermane with Machagacha. So this isn't going to hit Ogerpon, but that's totally fine. Burn on the Fluttermane, which is unfortunate. Now I have to make a really critical choice here. I need a Terra, so I survive the onslaught that's going to come out. And I'm going to go ahead and just... should I Strength Sap? I mean, if she goes after Sinistra... No, I think my Sinistra will live. In the event that I don't, I'm going to hit Ogerpon with Strength Sap, so I go back up to full. I also going to lower down their attack one stage, which makes them weaker, so I'm okay with that for at least the small little bit of time that we have. I'm going to Terra. Right over to the Iron Hands. Bop. Electric. I know it's weird, but I no longer am afraid of Fluttermane's Dazzling Gleam. Shadow Ball goes right into Sinistra. Don't get He does not get KO'd. He sits on the field. Horn Leech. Oh, we'll knock him out, unfortunately. Never mind. No! I tried. I tried to rescue him, but it wasn't gonna work. I tried. Heavy Slam over to the Flutter Mane. It's just gonna knock it out. Down goes Flutter Mane. And here comes Urshifu. I sent out Landorus. Ooh. Okay. Let's see, is that Spat or a Scarf? You'll see. Drain Punch. And I'm going to Surgeon Strike Landorus. Could swap out to Iron Hands here, take out a little bit more, little less. Here goes the Follow Me. Dang it, I should have known that. Should have known that. Stomping Tantrum goes right into the Iron Hands. Does not get the KO because, you know, he is a little bit more bulkier than that. I will heal up the Ogerpon, which is unfortunate, and I'm locked into that. Drain Punch goes right into that Ogerpon, taking all that HP and gives it to Landorus, or to my Iron Hands instead. I'm in a perpetual loop. I can't stop it. Oh no. Target Landorus again. Let's start it. Oh, follow me. Yep. Stomping Tantrum. There's a little bit more damage to the Iron Hands. Surgeon Strikes. Heals up the Ogerpon. Yep, they got me. I'm stuck. I'm stuck in a perpetual loop. Fudge. Because now Iron Hands is going to go down. I can't do anything more than just... Yep, they got me. Yeah, they got me. We'll just leave. Guys, Follow Me would have kicked in. Stomping Tantrum would have hit the Iron Hands, knocked him out, and I would have just healed the Ogerpon, and then it's just literally 3 versus 1, and I'm locked into Surgeon Strikes, healing the Ogerpon. And all he has to do is just follow me, and Landorus would just hit and hit. All right, match number 1 has Chi-Yu, Landorus, Weezing, Sableye, Heatran, and Flutter Mane. So majority special attackers with 2 physical attackers. That is Sableye and Landorus. So, it's probably not going to have both Chi-Yu and Heatran in the team. You'd have to pick one or the other. Landorus is most likely going to have Declare Amulet, so I will definitely be able to outspeed, but the Weezing is what I'm going to have to worry about the most with neutralizing gas. So we could bring in Garchomp to kind of take him out that way. I think he is just primarily poison. So we'll bring in Tornadus, Garchomp, Urshifu, and I'm going to bring in Arcanine just so that I don't have to deal with Flutter Mane nonsense. Now, I don't have a really strong fairy attacker, which is something that's very apparent, and it's something that I'm working on for Alola Ninetales as well. I don't know how everyone else builds her, but I'm going to try to make a counter for that Pokemon, because it seems to be really prevalent to show up a lot, and I'm going to make sure that I can take advantage of that somehow. All right, so we got Chi-Yu and Sableye. Sableye has Fake Out. He's a Dark type, so I can't really do anything to prevent him from doing anything, which is kind of unfortunate, but I can at least Bleak Wind. He also knows Will-O-Wisp, I think, so we do need to keep like a mind of that. I might go for Terra right away for Garchomp and just let the Fake Out happen. You know what? We'll swap to Arcanine. Because if it is Will-O-Wisp, I don't want to waste my Terra. And if it is Fake Out, Arcanine with the switch in is just going to make it less damaging. It does really nothing to the Chi-Yu, but you know, it is what it is. Chi-Yu will protect, which is totally fine. Sunny day for Sableye. Okay. Bleak Wind Storm doesn't hurt the Chi-Yu because he protected. Hopefully hits the Sableye. It does. So no fake out came out from Sableye. And we dropped the speed. I'm gonna go with the Tailwind this time. And I'm gonna go straight. I think extreme speed. No, we'll Flare Blitz it. I'll Flare Blitz the Sableye. They're gonna Terra, most likely gonna be the Chi-Yu. It is. And make it grass? What? I have a fire type right in front of you. That's a terrible decision if you ask me. Wash on the Sableye. It's totally fine. Heat Wave. Takes down the Tornadus. Doesn't really do anything to the Arcanine. But I did what I wanted to do. That's a Life Orb Chi-Yu. I'm going to take down the Sableye. Okay. Go ahead and bring on Urshifu. Urshifu's not going to do a whole lot of damage to the Chi-Yu now, but what it's going to do is give me access to knock out this Heatran. That's good. Let's go. Close combat because my water attacks are dampened due to the thing. But I'm also going to Terra for Arcanine because otherwise Heatran's just going to knock him out with Earth Power. So it's a good thing I didn't just immediately use my Terra but held off on it. Terra the Arcanine to water. So now I don't get one-shotted by either fire attack or Earth Power. Close combat. Boop. One shots the Heatran. Yeah, I take a defense drop. And with Chi-Yu being out there, my special defenses is down like a 1.25. Flare Blitz. Right into the Chi-Yu. It's also KO. Honestly, they should have just left Chi-Yu alone and not Terra. Like, I get it that you don't want to, like, get knocked out by, like, the Urshifu or maybe the Garchomp that I showed up before, but at the same time, you Terra'd right in front of a Terra Fire Pokemon. Photosynthesis activate, and special attack was heightened. Oh, I'm locked into close combat. I can't use that. I'm gonna switch out to Garchomp, which is a terrible idea, but it's the only thing I've got. And I'm gonna go ahead and just... I'm gonna hit it. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I need a calc for that. I need to know who's stronger. I think Urshifu is gonna be stronger, but if I decide to change the specs between Garchomp and Urshifu to see who has the stronger Iron Head, because I might change Garchomp back to Terra Steel so that I could deal with Low and Ninetales and maybe Fluttermane if they still exist. But I mean, Fluttermane does exist in most of the parties, but it's definitely falling down in the ranking. I'll have to double check that later. Good game, nonetheless. All right, next game is up. We've got Urshifu, Chien-Pao, Dragapult, Mimikyu, Tornadus, and Torkoal. So this is kind of a, I would say, Trick Room Tailwind variant. Very fast Pokemon. It's probably only there just to cancel Trick Room, to be honest. I don't think it's anything but that, so we don't really have to worry about that. But I do have to deal with Pokemon that could be faster than I am, like Dragapult and Tornadus. Dragapult especially. He's the fastest Pokemon in the game. So let's see. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring in Tornadus. Iron Hands, Urshifu, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 physical attackers, 2 special attackers. We'll bring in Arcanine this time. We'll leave Garchomp in the back. Even though that he's got he's got Scarf. I do not know if he's going to be able to outspeed Dragapult because he could be also Scarfed. And if he's Scarfed, he's going to outspeed me even under, like outside of Tailwind, he'll outspeed me. Underneath Tailwind, not so much, but he's got the possibility of Tailwind too, and he's using it. So Tornadus and Dragapult for their starters. And I ended up with Tornadus and Iron Hands as mine. So the ghost type is not going to make it so I can't fake out that Pokemon, but I could still fake out the other Pokemon that's on that side. Or I can go straight for the wild charge. I mean, yeah, you know what? We'll fake out the Tornadus so that he doesn't get if he does. If he doesn't have Covert Cloak, this will flinch him. He can't do anything. Nope, does not. Dragon Darts is used. Goes right into my Tornadus. And Iron Hands doesn't do very much to the Tornadus, or to Iron Hands, but does a lot to the Tornadus. We're going to switch out to Arcanine. And we're going to go ahead and Wild Charge, Heavy Charge, wow. Wild Charge into the Tornadus. Switch out to Arcanine. Timidate goes off on the Tornadus. Probably not. Nope, clear body. Figured, but it's good to have that knowledge. Tailwind's activated on their side. Dragon Darts. Wild Charge. Boop. Cool. So who's your next Pokemon? Qianpao. Okay. Arcanine is going to go ahead and Will-O-Wisp the Dragapult, and I'm going to Drain Punch straight up that Qianpao. Because right now, Qianpao can't knock me out. Dragon Darts. Ooh. Dang it. Come on, Arcanine. I need to change his EV sets. His EV set right now is kind of bad. Sacred Sword right into the Iron Hands. Like, he's supposed to be able to outspeed, but he doesn't live to anything, so I'm going to change his stuff. He needs to be able to live stuff now. Alrighty. Urshifu comes out. It might have been better to bring in Garchomp now that I'm thinking about it, but hindsight's 2020. Can't do anything about it now. Let's go ahead and Terra Water, Surging Strikes the Qianpao. And I'm gonna protect Tornadus so that he doesn't take as much damage. That Dragapult's probably choice banded because he hasn't used anything else. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, Dragon Darts is pretty powerful, and again, because he is the faster dragon, it's really hard to take him down. Are you serious? Tornado's protected, so he has to hit the same target twice? Bro, what? Oh, that's messed up. I didn't know that was a thing. I mean, we're out. It's 1v4, as you can... Oh, 1v3. I was able to knock out a Pokemon. But no, we're out. we're down. Wow, I didn't realize Dragon Darts work like that. Jesus. Things you have to do to become a Pokemon Master, man. That's insane. All right, next match is up. We've got Zapdos, Armarouge, Ninetales, Landorus, Golden Go, and Rillaboom. Now, there's a Pokemon I'm looking at, Golden Go. Golden Go is proven to be like a heavy hitter, and with good as gold, you can't hardly do anything to him. You can't taunt him. I don't think you can like burn him for like will-o-wisp. I think you could do secondary effects, but I don't know if you could do anything else. Like it's gonna be pretty dope if he works the way that I think he does. And I might use him next season, if not like maybe next week, because he's low at Ninetales, man. Okay. I do have to worry about Tailwind with the Zapdos, so I am going to bring in Tornadus. Let's see. Bring in all these guys are special attackers except for Landorus and Rillaboom. So Garchomp, Sinistcha would not be great here. Iron Hands, and we'll bring in Urshifu, and I'll call it great from there. But the type matchups in that one, like he could take down Golden Go. Absolutely. And I'm speaking about Arcanine, but my Arcanine is built on speed and not really bulk. And I think that's what I'm going to change for next video. I'm going to erase him and put him to something that's a little bit more feasible. So he's going to be slower for sure, but I don't think it's going to make a whole lot of difference. All right, so we have Garchomp and Tornadus versus Ninetales and Zapdos. So I'm going to go ahead and taunt the Ninetales so no Aura Veil can come up. I'm then going to Rock Slide because I am faster, and apparently they're both weak against rock type moves. So that's what I'm going to do first. Protect goes over to the Ninetales, so good on them. Taunt goes into the Protect. Rock Slide also goes into the Protect, but I'm going to hit this Zapdos for a lot. Ooh, half its HP is gone, and it flinched and could not move. Let's go. So I'm going to taunt again on the Ninetales just to stop it from using Aura Veil, because I don't like it. I have no way to break it, and that's going to be something that I will also have to plan for in the future as well. I think Aqua Jet either needs to become Brick Break or U-Turn, and then my version of Iron Head needs to get off of Urshifu to become Brick Break so that he can have a stab move and be able to remove the shields. Does that make it so that he gets 2 fighting moves? Absolutely. But it needs to happen because Aura Veil is going to be a problem to deal with. Ninetales avoids the Rock Slide. Zapdos does not and gets knocked out. Taunt goes into the Ninetales as well. And it's Icy Wind. So times 4 effective against the Garchomp, drops his speed, but he's done his job, so he can literally get out now. He doesn't need to be there any further. Armourouge comes up. So this is probably going to set the Trick Room, but I'm going to swap to Urshifu now. No, not Urshifu. Let's swap to Iron Hands instead. Like, Urshifu would be great against that Armourouge matchup, but if in fact it is Trick Room that is coming up from that Armourouge to offset like the speediness, I need to be able to not have to worry about that. They're going to Terra though, and it's going to be for the Armourouge, and it is Grass. So it's just to eliminate what I could do with Garchomp. Taunt. I don't think it would be wise for them to focus on doing Trick Room just because... Oh, Calm Mind. Just because of the fact that my speed's dropping on my partner Pokemon, not on Tornadus. Tornadus is fine. But I just don't think it would be like the best thing to do. Bleak Windstorm hits both, almost knocks out the Armourouge right away, but does not. Icy Wind comes up, will knock out the Tornadus, so I do not get Tailwind. But he did his job by literally holding the game up for the Ninetales. Can't do anything because it's taunted, which may run out this turn. Heat Wave comes out from the Iron Hands, does very little due to the snow. Every slam goes right into Ninetales, knocks it out. And Armourouge heals up due to leftovers. Let's bring out Urshifu now. Oh, and they're gonna bring out Golden Go. Okay. Close combat has no effect on Golden Go, but Surging Strikes might. So we're gonna do that over on that side. Drain Punch into the Armarouge. Thankfully, the Calm Mind or the taunt over on the Armarouge, I think set us up to where we can withstand a couple of more of these hits from the Armarouge. Oh, Golden Go is going to go down 2 hits. And he goes down. Two times. Golden Go fainted. Heat Wave comes out. No burn. Drain Punch. Booyah. You defeated. All around good game. And currently in the ranking, Vladimirade's number 2, Ogrepana's number 1. All right, next match we've got Cresselia, Bruxish, Torkoal, Ursaluna, Okidoki, and Mouseholds. Oh, Trick Room team, let's go. Okay, this screams Trick Room. Bruxish turns off priority moves, and it's bulkier than crap. It's a good alternative than using like Farigiraf and like Serena and stuff like that. Depending on how you want to build it, you can make it withstand like a lot of different techs. So, but its main consensus is I just stop priority, period, and yeah. So we're going to try to play around that as much as we possibly can. Unfortunately, I do not have a strong dark type user that will shut down the Cresselia, and if they use Bruxish, Taunt isn't going to be very helpful here, and I don't have anyone else that could use it. So I'm kind of left in a terrible spot. So what I'm going to do is not focus on doing Tailwind, because obviously I'm going to be faster than all of them. We'll do Garchomp, Urshifu right off the bat, Iron Hands, and I'll bring in Sinistcha. I think Sinistcha would be like a really good fourth person to bring in here. I may not be able to hurt the Ursaluna, depending on how it's built. It could be not dark, but Ghost. And if it's Ghost, it's not going to do anything. But if it's anything but, Sinistcha is going to be able to withstand against that Pokemon with no problem. So we have Mousehold and Okidoki versus Garchomp and Urshifu. So, Stompy Tantrum over on the Okidogi, which we're going to get Follow Mead. So I think the best course of action is going to be Rock Slide so that Okidogi can still get hit and gets flinched. And then I'm going to Close Combat that Mousehold. I'm going to lower my stats one stage, at least for 1 to 2 turns, depending on what's going to happen. Here comes to Terra, Mousehold. Nope, Okidoki. Okay. Change yourself to Dark. Okay. Okay. So, Close Combat's gonna hurt you too. No Follow Me from the Mousehold. The Rock Slide does go out. Hot Bomb. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. The Pop Bomb taken out. He's faster than Urshifu? I guess that's what I'm really like surprised of. He's faster than Urshifu? Okay. I mean, it's a good counter for Urshifu, don't get me wrong, but it's just, I was not expecting that. Yeah, we'll set up Iron Hands. The bulk up on the Okidoki as well to get them the +1 in defense and attack. I'm going to go straight for that Drain Punch into the Okidoki. He's probably going to do Follow Me so I don't Drain Punch him to death. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if Okidoki has leftovers. I don't recall seeing the animation, but I was also right in the middle of a tangent and like deep thought. Rock Slide goes out again. Does very little damage to the Okie Dokie, but will hit the... Wow, Pop Bomb? Are you scarfed? No, you can't be scarfed because you're not faster than Garchomp, but you're just taking down my Pokemon. Oh, 10 times. Jesus. Bulk up again for the Okie Dokie. Rain Punch. We get all that HP back. It is leftovers on the Okie Dokie. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to do something reckless. Kind of reckless. Rock Slide, but I'm going to swatch out to Sinistcha. That Okie Dokie is getting really, really beefy for its attack, and if I can shut it down with like either burn it with Matcha Gotcha or just Strength Sap, I'm going to be great. I do not think that that thing's going to Pop Bomb Garchomp at any time because Rough Skin's going to knock it out. So I think what's going to happen is Sinistcha's going to come in. It's going to use Pop Bomb. It can't because I'm a ghost. It's got 1 HP, so yeah, it would go down. Pop Bomb does not work against the Sinistcha because I'm tired of dealing with that Pop Bomb stuff. Drain Punch on the Garchomp does a lot of damage, but he will survive with 22 HP. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of health. That's a lot of health. Jesus. That's a lot of health that you just took away from me. Okay. Swap. No, we'll Rock Slide. We'll hope for the flinch. I thought I was going to swap and do something else, but no. I'm going to Matcha Gotcha. It's going to knock out. The Mousehole's going to go down here, even if it does follow me. Okay, so it retreats. It was only... Oh, is that... It wasn't Scarfed. I think it was Banded. Rock Slide goes out. Misses the Cresselia, which is totally fine. Knock off. Over to the Sinistcha, gonna knock it out. I should have Terra'd. I didn't even think about it. Oh, I don't like this. This matchup is weird. Rock Slide because I have to. And Drain Punch because I also have to. Hopefully for the flinch. Moonblast into the Garchomp. Totally fine with that. I mean, I've lost this, obviously. It's 4 versus 1. Boop. Yeah, I thought they were going to do like the Trick Room setup, and that's not what happened at all. But Pop Bomb hitting like 7 to 10 times, man. That's... Whew. It's a really hard pill to swallow. But yeah, no, we weren't going to take that one. I was so... Right. Mousehold Speed. All right, our final match is upon us. We've got Mousehold, Gastrodon, Iron Hands Landorus, Grimmsnarl, and Cresselia. So Mousehold might be making a comeback. I do not know how other people build him. Probably with Technician. But you could also use Friend Guard. I was doing kind of like low damage for that, but the max speed that Mousehold gets is 163. So that's obviously how it was able to outspeed Urshifu because he stops at 149. But the Pop Bomb, that's something. That's something. It was a lot of damage too, and it was stuck into that slot. So it had to be a choice item, most likely the Band or the Scarf, because you wouldn't use it any other way. But you have to use the Wide Lens so that Pop Bomb hits more than, because it's like a 90% move, it turns it to a 99. So you have that 1% of one not hitting. So there's that. But we're gonna go Tornadus, Urshifu, Iron Hands, and Arcanine, because we do have Pop Bomb that we have to worry about, which is really, really interesting. I haven't had to worry about that in forever. Iron Hands with a Drain Punch, obviously Wild Charge, Fake Out, Pressure, and stuff like that. So I do want to get the -1 on a couple of mons out there, and we do have Grimmsnarl. So while there's a good pigment of Pokemon that could be countered, we need to prepare for almost all of them. Okay, so we're gonna be expecting the fake out to Urshifu or the wild charge. So what I want to do first is go ahead and get the Tailwind up, swap over to my own Iron Hands so that the fake out goes into the Iron Hands and I don't really have to worry about it, and then we could just trade. The Grimmsnarl may not do anything but a screen this turn. It's protected from taunt. I can't do anything to stop it. So yeah, I mean, that's that's it. I mean, I can't stop it. It's dark type. And so because it's dark, he ignores all pranksters. So yeah. Urshifu is gonna come back. Here comes the Iron Hands. Tailwind. So that now I outspeed. Light Screen to lower down special moves. Reflect is going to come next. Swords Dance off that Iron Hands. So that needs to get taunted immediately. No, sir. You don't get another one of those. And I'm going to fake out. That's a good question. Yeah, fake out the Iron Hands. Detect. Okay. Fake out goes into that slot, does nothing because he protected. Taunt also goes into that slot, does nothing because it protected. Reflect. So Grimmsnarl was able to get that up for free, but that was expected. I wasn't going to try to challenge that at all. We're going to go ahead and do Bleak. Oh, do I have Garchomp? No, I don't. Switch to Arcanine on the Tornadus. And I'm going to Drain Punch. I'm going to Drain Punch the Iron Hands. None of us has really done any damage, but that is a +2. So I'm going to make it +1 with the Intimidate. And if he doesn't knock out, there's the Parting Shot. Goes right over to the Arcanine, which is totally fine, because that was meant for Tornadus to do the -1. He retreats back to bring out a new Pokemon, most likely Landorus. I forgot if he has... I think he has Landorus, right? Yeah. It's like, I forgot, but yeah, absolutely. Drain Punch. That does nothing. That did a lot more. Wow. Okay. We'll go ahead and do the Terra, because Landorus is on that side of the field. And I'm going to burn that Iron Hands. And I'm going to swap. Ooh, I'm not going to swap. Wouldn't be good for me to swap. I'm just going to punch him in the face. I need... my Iron Hands is going to take a lot of damage from the Landorus here, unless they swap or use U-turn, but I'm going to get the moves first. Unless that's Scarfed. Will-O-Wisp goes over to the Iron Hands. It's burnt. It's not going to do anything now. That +1, whatever it has, is now drastically lowered. Rock Slide on the Landorus doesn't do a whole lot to either Iron Hands or Arcanine. But Iron Hands is flinched, couldn't do anything. Swords Dance on that one. Gonna make it a +3. But it's burnt now, so it is what it is at that point. Tailwind is gone on my side of the field. So I'm going to Will-O-Wisp the Landorus now, and I'm going to Drain Punch the Iron Hands again. So if these guys get burnt, that means their attacks go way, way down. Withdraw the Landorus, so it's not going to get burnt. Bring out the Grimmsnarl. Which is totally fine. Will-O-Wisp. Burn the Grimmsnarl. It's going to continue doing the parting shot stuff to lower down my attack, so it's good cycler. +5 attack. And the reason I'm not doing so much damage is because of the screens. So obviously I'm not going to be doing hardly anything. But I'm going to get this Tornadus out, or the wow. I need to get the Arcanine out of here. That is not a good spot to be for him. And I need to start applying a lot more pressure if possible. So I'm going to bring in Tornadus again. And I'm going to continue to Drain Punch the Iron Hands. At that point, like, why? At this point, right? At this point of juncture, do you still go through the whole point of using Sword Stance when you could have just used Belly Drum, knocked yourself by half, but guess what happens? Right? Like, you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Grimmsnarl goes back, get a parting shot. So it is a cycling team, so we're going to be trying to do something that doesn't cause us to go down to time. Here comes Landorus to lower down our attacks even further. This is definitely a cycling team that I have to play around. And Iron Hands needs to get off the field now, because this is not going to look good at all. I'm not doing hardly any damage on top of the screens. Not very effective with the Drain Punch. It's just a little bit of HP. And with leftovers, it's so bulky. So bulky. Bleak Wind, and I'm going to swap into the Arcanine now. I have to, because I have to lower down that dude's attack even further. Lower down your guys' attack. Rock Slide. Ooh, that -1 saved Tornadus for sure. Bleak Wind Storm comes up and it hits the Tornadus, doing a critical hit. Doesn't do hardly anything to the Iron Hands, but the Drain Punch comes in and still one-shots my Arcanine? Dude is burnt. With a +4. My Arcanine is garbage. Hot garbage. No, he's all right. I just need to change his EVs. But dang, man. Dang. Okay, we're bringing in Urshifu now. Who may or may not knock out this Landorus, because I'm going to need to. Aqua Jet into that slot. He only has to retreat and put in like Grimmsnarl, which would probably be like the best bet. But as for right now, he needs to decide if he wants to try to save Landorus and have someone to swap out to with his revolving doors, or swap out to bring in Grimmsnarl now, or it could be like the last Pokemon in the back, Gastrodon. There we go, Storm Drain. The instant counter to any and all Urshifus. At least Rapid Strike. And Water Ogerpon. Like, they're all over the place. So we're going back to the place where we have to negate all water types. So instead of bringing out Gastrodon, just bring out someone with a really strong Thunderbolt. Can we bring back my man Regieleki? Does he come back now? Probably not. But it would be dope. Speedfell for the Iron Hands. Goes for the +6. Are you serious? Bro, Chacho, you don't need... You're burnt. Quit investing into your attack. Like, you now have this strength of like a +2 at this point. You have a strength of a +2 Sword Stance. And light screen's off. Bleak Wind, and we'll swap out to the Iron Hands because Urshifu can't do anything but Aqua Jet. And with Gastrodon out there, he can't do anything. So there's that. Oh, also me. this. Golly. All right, Bleak Windstorm hits both Pokemon, does a lot of damage. Ice Beam into the Tornadus knocks it down. And what is this? Iron Hands do. Drain Punch. Still a lot of damage. Whoop. A lot of damage. Oh, he's Terra Fire now. That's dope. He's like taunting me. He's like, hey, I know you want to hit me really, really hard with your Urshifu. I know you do. Your Reflect wore off. It's like, come on, bro. I know you want to hit me. I know you want to hit me. Hit me. Hit me with everything you've got. Okay. So we're going to close combat and I think Draining Punch on the Gastrodon. Because we're not going to win anything on the Urshifu. Close combat does a lot of damage. Maybe if I Drain Punch that slot, I would get a little bit more, but I didn't. It would be really, really good. But boop on the Gastrodon. It's going to knock them both down pretty far. But that plus 6 is going to literally take out anyone. Oh, Earth Power into the Iron Hands. Drops him down to 5 HP. Drain Punch will knock out the Urshifu. Maybe I should have doubled into that slot, but there is a good chance that I would not do it. Really good chance. This Drain Punch that I'm going to do onto that slot is going to tell me. If I would have done it, would I have knocked him out? And if I would have, dude, that would have been a total game changer for like one turn. Drain Punch onto the Iron Hands. Let's see what happens. Quick Claw activates on the freaking Gastrodon. Are you serious? Quick Claw? Oh, I attack before you do, because reasons. That's so dumb. I get it, right? So I get it, but dang it. Good morning, Poke fans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to continue our seasonal rank climb to the Master Ball tier using a team that we built from scratch. Now, we've already hit the Master Ball tier, but that's totally fine. Now we're going to try to go above and beyond and try to do as best as we can. I do apologize for not releasing anything yesterday. I had some more technical difficulties and it was kind of hard to get through them. I'm actually kind of glad that I'm able to record because before I wasn't able to. So there's that. And yeah, we're not going to go too far into like anything else. Blissey Raid is now active for the weekend and I will be taking advantage of that as much as possible. And I hope you guys do too. So without further ado, let's get into our matches for today. All right, our first match of today, we've got Goodra, just regular Goodra, Politoed, Iron Bundle, Golden Go, Wu Chen. Okay, Wu Chen's in the house and Charjabug. I'm not 100% sure what he's gonna do, but we'll give him a shot. Okay, so we made a couple of adjustments to the team. Urshifu now knows U-turn and Garchomp now knows Iron Head instead of Crunch. So we got rid of Iron Head on him, put U-turn, and we got rid of Crunch on him and put in Iron Head because it's a little bit stronger. And with the basic build that Garchomp has, I can one-shot lone Vulpix a little bit easier. But because of this team here, we're probably going to walk in with our own Wu Chen. So we'll bring in Tornadus, Urshifu for the Drizzle, Garchomp, and Arcanine. I think that's what we'll bring in. I don't know what Charjabug's gonna do. I just know I have to bring in Tornadus to outspeed Iron Bundle for sure. May end up being like a crazy rain team that takes advantage of like Discharge and other things. I'm not 100% sure. We'll give it a try though. I can't read those. Wu Chen and Iron Bundle versus Urshifu and Tornadus. No Quark Drive. Oh, never mind. Spoke too soon. Booster Energy activates on the oh wow. On the Iron Bundle, giving him a boost in speed. So, what should we do here? I think we're kind of screwed, to be honest. Terra
taunt the Wu Chen. And then close combat the Iron Bundle. Because if it's Freeze Dry, it's going to go right into the Tornadus. If Iron Bundle uses Freeze Dry, it's going to go right into the Tornadus. It's going to knock him out. So I'm going to change him to Ghost so that he ignores that. And I don't think Wu Chen's going to knock out Urshifu right away. Oh, right. Ignores Taunt. That's great. Freeze Dry right into the Urshifu. So I miscalled it. And Urshifu goes down from the one-hit KO. And I totally forgot E-Star. And Giga Drain goes right into the Tornadus. So it was kind of like I doubled into that slot. So if he somehow did win, he was not going to win very much further. Okay, Garchomp, which is a terrible matchup for Iron Bundle, but it's the best that I can. We're going to go ahead and Tailwind so that we get double speed. And I'm going to Rock Slide and hope for the flinch. Because now I beat Iron Bundle in speed. Rock Slide, and it misses someone. Misses the Wu Chen, but it hits the Iron Bundle. Freeze Dry goes up. Oh, yep, ×4. Goodbye, Garchomp. Yep, we fundled this one. We fumbled. We are bad boys. That's okay. First round of the night, so I can't, be good all the time. But we'll Bleak Windstorm, and then I'm just going to Flare Blitz right into the Wu Chen. I do outspeed the Iron Bundle with my man Tornadus here. It's going to miss someone. Does not miss the Iron Bundle, which is great. So he'll go down. And I'm going to hit the Flare Blitz right into the Wu Chen, which is going to take about 2/3. Not bad. I was hurt by the Rocky Helmet. And then damaged by the recoil. Ouch. Giga Drain on the Tornadus for the 3rd time, but Tornadus is now down to 1 HP. Dang. Man, they don't even have to knock me out. I'll just knock my own self out. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'll just do my own thing here. It was a good call to, Terra Tornadus, but everything else was kind of terrible. I did not call anything out right. I should have swapped out like Urshifu in the beginning, but I didn't. So I'm bad. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and extreme speed. Actually, let's protect. We're gonna protect. I'm pretty much like on like the ending here, but we'll see. So he does protect as well. So Wu Chen protects. Bleak Windstorm misses Wu Chen, but will hit the Politoed. So we did predict the Politoed coming out, which would give us 100% Bleak Winds. But Weather Ball goes into the protected Arcanine. Dope. Okay. I have one more turn of Tailwind. We're going to Bleak Wind again. And I'm going to Extreme Speed into the Politoed. Extreme Speed. Oop. Oh, that did like nothing. Bleak Wind. Does knock out the Wu Chen, does not knock out the Politoed. I was hoping that would do just a little bit more damage. But obviously I didn't. Weather Ball goes right into the Arcanine though. This is going to hurt. That's a one shot. I mean, it wasn't at just 1 HP, but maybe like... No, Flare Blitz wouldn't have done anything either. I'd like to pretend like that Flare Blitz would have done a little bit more, but it's raining. It's not sunny. In comes Goodra. Bleak Wind. Outspeed them. Ain't nothing they could do. 100%. I almost came back. If I just didn't knock myself out. Floppy Tantrum. 1 HP. Tornadus out here just standing with like on his last leg, like Come on, you want to do it. I can't believe I almost brought this back. That'd have been so dope. That'd have been so dope. All right, next match is up. We've got Water Ogerpon, Okidoki, Fluttermane, Chi-Yu, Tornadus, and Sinistcha. So I do need to be able to outspeed the Tornadus. So we're gonna bring in him and Urshifu. So we'll probably see that Water Ogerpon, and hopefully, I call it correctly so that we can actually do some really cool things with that Pokemon. We're gonna bring in Iron Hands as well, and I think we're gonna bring in Garchomp again. I don't want to bring in Arcanine because Okidoki is gonna get a boost, and I don't think Sinistcha is gonna be able to survive the special attacks from Fluttermane or Chi-Yu or Tornadus for that matter. Like it's really rough. So I'm hoping with this that we get a little bit more of a buffer. And Sinistcha wouldn't be able to do a whole lot to either Okidoki. I mean, Strength Sap would have been cool, but I think Guard Dog prevents that from happening and then gives him a +1. And I don't want to get stuck into that slot. So again, I think that the team that we've got is sufficient enough to where we can get like a fairly decent KO. So let's do this. Ooh. Chi-Yu and someone else. Tornadus. Bring in Tornadus and Urshifu. Special defenses drop. I'm going to go ahead and get started off with the Tailwind, Terra, Surging Strikes, and I'm going to take out this Chi-Yu. I could focus primarily on the Tornadus, but I think the best one I should target down first is the Chi-Yu, because if he swaps out, then I get to plan around the Ogerpon. So here it comes. I didn't set up for the Ogerpon, but obviously I'm going to retreat now so that I can get set up for the Ogerpon. But I did get Tailwind off first, so I'm okay with that. I should have assumed that he was going to retreat before I selected the move, because this would have been a really good read. Unless they're built specifically with defense in mind, I knock out most, if not all, Ogerpons with close combat. Bleak Wind, that's a fairly bit amount of damage. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my own Bleak Wind. They're going to follow me, so I'm going to swap into Iron Hands here. Because I could try to go for the Tornadus, but I don't want to get caught in the Ouroboros effect again. So I'm going to call him back. That probably gives him an idea of what my item is, but he probably thinks that it's a Scarf anyway. Protect goes for the Tornadus. Spiky Shield goes over to the Ogerpon, so it was no follow me. But while I didn't do any damage, this would have been like a good turn to do a lot of damage. But that is okay. This is absolutely okay. Question is, how do I capitalize from here? Okay, Bleak Wind to attack both. And I think I'm gonna Wild Charge. No. Let's fake out the Tornadus. Terra. Probably gonna go over to the Ogerpon. Please do. It's to the Tornadus. It makes him ground. Okay. You're hoping that Wild Charge goes into that slot. Not a bad call, but I did fake out instead so that I can Bleak Wind Storm. Ogerpon avoids, and so does Tornadus. Yay me. Tornadus flinch, couldn't move. And Ogerpon does Side Cudgel. Knocks down a Tornadus. I'm okay with that. Not because I have to, but I'm okay with that. And yes, we're going to swap back in Urshifu. Okay. close combat. And I'm gonna hit the Landorus, or the Tornadus. He's probably gonna think it like, oh, I'm gonna make him attack me instead. And then I'm gonna go double into the Ogerpon. Ogerpon does follow me, so I've called it. Here we go. Close combat. Almost gets to KO. Defenses drop. Drain Punch. Knocks out Ogerpon. So they have enough to survive. So this is a Terra Blast over to the Iron Hands. Not enough to get the KO. And my team's Tailwind is gone. I'm locked into close combat, so hopefully the next person they bring out, which is Sinistra, not a good thing to get stuck with. Hospitality will heal Tornadus. I'm in a real predicament here, guys. Do you need to swap out? Yeah, we're gonna swap out Iron Hands. Not Iron Hands, but Urshifu. And I'm gonna Heavy Slam into the Tornadus. Urshifu, come back. Because I'm expecting another Terra Blast into Tornadus. It's definitely gonna activate Tailwind, so that's good. Hey, why is this battery going dead? That's not cool. Machagacha hits both. Burns the Iron Hands. But does not touch the Garchomp. Which I'm okay with. I'm going to play this really, really weirdly, so I do apologize since my controller is dying. Wait, are you serious? I can't play with it on the... Are you serious? That's dumb. That's dumb. We might not be able to do 3 or 5 matches just because that's kind of sus, game. Kind of sus. Just saying. We're just gonna go straight for the rock slides. I'm gonna hope for the flinches. Bleak Wind does not get the KO on Iron Hands or Garchomp. Speed drops for Garchomp, which is bad, so Machagacha's gonna come out. Gonna do very little damage on both Pokemon again. They both live. Oh, they're both burnt. Well, I mean, Iron Hands goes down, I think. You might get enough HP to survive. Rock Slide, no flinches. Drain Punch. That burn's probably gonna take him down. No, it won't. Oof, that was a bigger burn than Garchomp's. They have Tailwind for 2 more turns. Yeah, they got this. They absolutely have this. They're gonna double KO my guys now. Good call on the Terra Ground. The misplay was when they swapped out Chi-Yu with Ogerpon. That was when it was over for me. Aqua Jet into Tornadus, which will probably protect here because that's what I would do. But he can't protect because I go through it. Rage Powder. That's cool. Comes the center attention. Boop. Should have just done Surging Strikes. Oh, Rocky Helmet. Here comes the Terra Blast right into that slot, which is gonna KO Urshifu. Boop. Not a bad play, but it's definitely tough. Definitely tough. I need to be on my A game when I play this. So far, I'm playing my B game. All right, next match. We've got Typhlosion, Torkoal, O, a Chien-Pao, Fluttermane, and Landorus. So O is kind of like his swinging Goodra. He's going to want to give up or bring up a lot of his defensive stats so that he can use body press. So iron defense is probably going to be a thing, but he could also use his new move that's exclusive to him. Yes, I know, low battery, which is he gives up a little bit of HP to give himself one stage in every stat. So that's another play that we could see from him. We're going to bring in Tornadus, Urshifu, 1, 2, 3 physical attackers. The rest are special attackers. Iron Hands, and we'll bring in Garchomp. We're not going to bring in Arcanine because Arcanine is going to be not as useful here, especially if I have to constantly switch him in and out. Chien-Pao would be like the best one for him, unfortunately. But I didn't also want to bring in Sinistcha in the event that I have to deal with realistically like Torkoal or this Fluttermane that's standing right in front of me. So that's what I wanted to try to avoid. Sword of Run goes off, everyone's defenses drops, and Booster Energy activates on this Fluttermane, giving it 307 speed. Oof. Okay, so what we want to do here is Tailwind so that we survive the hit, but I actually want to swap to Iron Hands in case that this is a double up into that slot. But Chien-Pao also retreats around O. Ooh. I thought that was a shiny form. No, it just looks dope. Shiny. His scales are looking glorious. We'll bring out Iron Hands so that we can use Tailwind. And this is going to be a very, very hurtful Dazzling Gleam? No, Icy Wind, which Iron Hands avoids. Tornado is going to get hit for a little bit, but that's totally fine. His stats don't drop. So I'm going to protect here, and I'm going to then fake out. Ah, you know what? I think the cool option is to do no, I won't do that. I'll Heavy Slam instead. The retreat from Fluttermane. Who is your next Pokemon? It's gonna be Landorus. Here comes the -1 from the Intimidates. Protect on the Tornadus, as we have speed advantage right now. Heavy Slam goes right into that slot, does a lot of damage. Thunder Punch goes into the protected Tornadus. Tornadus now retreats so that I can bring out Urshifu and threaten O and Landorus. I'm gonna Drain Punch O now. Urshifu. Rock Slide comes out. Landorus, that's Life Orb. Drain Punch. So I'm faster than O. That's good to know. Almost back up to full. Stomping Tantrum goes right into Iron Hands. Does not do enough damage. Surging Strikes. Should actually. Yes, Surging Strikes into Landorus because you can either accept that Landorus is going to stay on the field or Landorus is going to fall. I need to know how many Tailwind turns I have left. I have 2. So I'm going to switch the Iron Hands out so I can get rid of that -1 and bring in Tornado so I ignore both attacks that are coming out of that side of the field, which he may or may not have done. Surging Strikes into Landorus goes down because I have Tailwind and I'm faster. Hit one time. Landorus fainted. They don't attack. Thunder Punch over to the Urshifu. Oof. Strong moves there. But Urshifu stands strong. Here comes Fluttermane. Oh no, they swapped out the Fluttermane. That's bad. That's bad news. That's bad juju. They don't know this yet, but Fluttermane lost his 307 speed. So now I outspeed if I do Tailwind. So that's going to happen now. And I know that's booster energy, Fluttermane. So obviously I do plan on it using Protect, but there's no point to using Protect because I'm going to go right through it. So here comes one. Here comes two. And it goes down. Como just kind of stands on that side of the field, looking kind of dumbfounded. But he's going to Thunder Punch the Tornadus. Going to take it out. Now I'm going to bring out Garchomp, and we'll see what we do from here. Garchomp is going to be able to instantly kill this Como, but I know that Chien Pao is in the back, and I outspeed Chien Pao. He's got 205, and I have no worry about that. The only thing I have to worry about is Sucker Punch. So I'm going to swap out to the Iron Hand so I don't have to worry about it. And I'm going to then just Dragon Claw the Como. It's got Thunder Punch, it's got Stomping Tantrum. I think it has Protect, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'm going to change over to the Iron Hands, Dragon Claw this Como, and it's going to go down one hit. So a really offensive Como. Didn't do any of the things I thought it would do. Ice Spinner right into the Garchomp, which is automatically going to knock me out. Rough Skin's going to pop its Focus Sash. So now this trainer has a very interesting spot. I'm going to Fake Out it next turn, which means that it has to Protect to avoid the Fake Out. But Urshifu is going to go straight into that booty, and it's not going to be able to ignore that. So your move, bucko. Which one do you want to do? Surgeon Strike's going to go right into that, and it's going to knock you out. Fake Out, stuns you. You can't move. No Sucker Punch for you. Boop. Bop. And you go down. Nicely done. Nicely done. I might have been able to save Garchomp if I would have just Terra Fire. But I don't think I really needed to be honest. All right, game number 3. All right, now our 4th and final match is going to happen because I've got another thing for my controllers, so I don't really have very much left to go. But we have Urshifu, Blood Moon. This is Ursaluna, Iron Hands, Fluttermane, Fire Ogerpon, and Tornadus. So obviously we're probably not going to have to worry about a Trick Room team, but it does have people that can go in and out. We're going to walk in with Tornadus and Urshifu so that we can deal with A, that Ogerpon, B, that Ursaluna that may or may not come out. I don't know what Urshifu that is, but we're going to probably have to deal with that too. We're going to bring in Iron Hands. Let's see. It's got 3 and 3. It's going to be really kind of hard to figure out which one I want to bring in. Mind's Eye prevent, like, I can't use Sinistra to like block anything because it's just going to KO it anyway. So I'm just going to bring in Garchomp and hope for the best. I don't think bringing in Arcanine's going to help out at all. I mean, I don't have to deal with Landorus, but Ursaluna is on that side of the field and can one-shot Arcanine. I really need to get the other fire one trained and get that one up because this other one's kind of testing me. All right, so we're gonna open up the same team, so Tornadus and Urshifu on both sides, and this is gonna be very, very interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and set up with the Tailwind and probably go for the Surging Strikes on... Actually, I have Iron Hands in the back. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to swap to Iron Hands. I'm going to set up the Tailwind so we both have our little striking things. He's probably going to end up taking down my Tornadus, though. But with me switching out to Iron Hands, I'll be able to survive a little bit, and Tailwind's going to be up. I just can't reactivate it if he does take down my Tornadus here. No switch-ins for them. No Terras. I activate Tailwind. So now I'm currently faster. But here comes their Tailwind. Yep. So we are equal in speed for right now. Surging Strikes goes over to my Tornadus, and I'm actually going to live. Oh, that's dope. I will live with 6 HP. That is insane. Okay, I'm going to Bleak Wind, and I'm going to fake out the Tornadus. I'm hoping that the Bleak Wind's going to knock out the Urshifu. But he could Terra and switch the typing, which would be safer. They're going to withdraw instead. And they're going to send out Fluttermane. Good call. Fake out goes over to the Tornadus though. So he can't move next turn, which is this turn, which is totally fine. Fluttermane avoids the attack, but Urshifu, or not Urshifu, but Tornadus still takes a little bit, and its speed dropped. So now my own Tornadus is going to attack faster than that side of the field whatsoever at all, which is dope. Okay, so Tornadus is pretty much out of this. I'm just going to go ahead and just hit the Fluttermane with Heavy Slam. They're going to Terra, though. Who is it? It's going to be the Fluttermane. And you are? Fairy. Ooh, this is going to hurt a lot. No booster energy was activated, so right now I am going to hit it first. Sunny Day gets activated, so that is going to boost up the speed. Is it going to be enough? And special attack was heightened, not speed. Dazzling Gleam goes first? Say what? How is it that I have Tailwind? I mean, they do have Tailwind too. And it does end up like 187 if they do like the normal route. So I guess that makes sense to a certain degree, but I'm still like, really? Since the sun is out, I'm not going to bring out Urshifu. His attacks aren't going to do anything. Iron Hands, though, acting like a champ. Urshifu comes right back out. We're just going to go ahead and Rock Slide. And I'm going to Wild Charge. Yeah, I'm going to... Well... He's probably got Aqua Jet. Yeah, we'll swap to the Urshifu. We'll bring in ours. If he does Bleak Wind Storm, he called it. He guessed it, but I need to knock it Aqua Jetted. Rock Slide, no Aqua Jet to the name. Tornadus just barely hangs on. Ice Spinner on the Urshifu to the Garchomp, which is going to knock him out. Rough Skin does do a little bit of damage, but not enough to do anything else. And the other Tornadus was flinched and could not move. And our Tailwinds are gone. All right. So he's still got 3 Pokemon. I have my last 2. Let's go ahead and fake out the Tornadus. I'm gonna Surge. Oh, this isn't good. Yes, I know. Low battery. Close combat to Urshifu. Fake out activates before Aqua Jet, and I'm tearing so that I don't take as much water damage. I should have Terra Garchomp, but I didn't. But I also didn't think that people would be carrying Ice Spinner on Urshifu. It is the move that I almost brought myself to take out Aqua Jet. Ice Spinner right into Iron Hands. Are you locked into that slot? goes combat. Down goes Urshifu. Stat drops. So who's your last? I want to say that I've seen them, but I don't remember anymore. I don't know how to read that. Oh, it's Ogerpon with Mold Breaker. Okay. I lucked out then. I mean, Hornleech is still gonna like KO me, but I lucked out. You guys have no again. I plan my Urshifu to be able to knock out Ogerpons. So unless they build them like really defensive bulk, like that water one, I think in the second or third match.
First match of the day is ready to go. Wow. This is a weird team. I will say. Okay, so we got low kicks, Illumise, Chi-Yu, Ursaluna, which is a Blood Moon, Empoleon, and Qianpao. Okay, well, Illumise is gonna be obviously doing like Tailwind, right? But we do have some Pokemon that do really well in like Trick Room as well, so it's gonna be really, really interesting. We'll come in with Tornadus, Garchomp, mostly physical attackers. I think 1, 2. I think Lokix makes number 3. We'll bring in Iron Hands. And I'll bring in Urshifu. I'll leave Urshifu in the back just so that we have an easier time dealing with the Pokemons in front of us. I don't know realistically what a lot of these people do. Low kicks, I know for sure will have tinted lens. I'm going to adjust the microphone, so I apologize in advance. So we have Empoleon and Ursaluna. All right. There we go. Okay, so for us, let's go ahead and do Bleak Wind Storm so that we could take advantage of something there, and then Stomping Tantrum, the Empoleon, maybe? This is a water type. It's also steel. Yeah, Stomping Tantrum on the Empoleon. Right now we outspeed both of them, so I don't really have to worry about doing Tailwind. Hit the Empoleon with Stomping Tantrum. Citrus Berry will activate on their side of the field. Bring it back up to yellow, so it's about 40%. Bleak Wind Storm does not get the KO, but it will do damage. Icy Wind, gonna damaging our Garchomp just a little bit. Hyper Voice does not get the KO, but gets really, really close. But the Throat Spray from the Ursaluna will proc. Okay. So Bleak Wind, and then we'll go right with the Stomping Tantrum again. So the thing that we can do, it's not the only thing, but it's the thing that I'm deciding to do. I could swap, but that Throat Spray now is going to cause more issues. With your Empoleon, hopefully they bring out a flying type. Chi-Yu, oh, that's terrible. This is gonna hurt Chi-Yu a lot. Lower down special defenses due to its Beads of Ruin. Vacuum Wave. Attack that always hits first. Okay. Okay. Bleak Wind. Does not KO the Ursaluna, but it will do damage. Okay, now we'll go ahead and bring out Urshifu. Okay, by this time, Tornadus has pretty much served his purpose. So, we can do... Actually, do you think he would... you know what? Vacuum Wave's a fighting type move, so we'll terrestrialize, or terrestrialize Tornadus, and then we're gonna Surging Strikes into the Chi-Yu. Because we're into Tailwind. They're gonna withdraw Chi-Yu, which is totally fine. To bring back out Empoleon. So I think they're trying to save their win condition, or just really try to test out the team and whether or not that it could survive a couple of moves. We're gonna do this so Vacuum Wave doesn't hit Tornadus, but Mind's Eye may still make it hit. I'm not sure. We'll see. Vacuum Wave, yep, does still. Okay. I mean, it was a good strat. If it wasn't Mind's Eye, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but we did get off Tailwind, which is his thing. Surgeon Strikes now goes into a Apollyon, which is going to knock him out. Hit 2 turns. Bring on Iron Hands. Man, Mind's Eye. Like, that one's the only one that trips me up all the time because I think, oh, maybe because of this, it won't hurt this. No, it does. It just does. Can't avoid it. Won't try it. So we won't. Okay, so fake out the Chi and Pow so that I can Surging Strikes the Ursaluna. We're getting rid of the fact that he may want to what is it? Sucker Punch? Sucker Punch is slower speed than fake out. So the general hope that I have right now is so that it goes through without getting interrupted. Here comes the Terra. It's probably going to be the Chi and Pow. It is. And it's Ghost. Yep, fake out does nothing. Crap. Okay. I mean, we still take out the Ursaluna, but I was really hoping. I should have just hit Ursaluna. Surgeon Strike still goes before. So no Vacuum Wave. We take that Pokemon down, and here comes something from Chi and Pow. Ice Spinner right into Iron Hands. You deal with that. Chi-Yu comes out. Lower down the special defenses of all the Pokemon. Drain Punch on the Chi-Yu, and I'm just going to go right ahead and hit Chi and Pow with Surgeon Strikes, which Ice Shark does hit Iron Hands, does nothing. This is going to knock out Chi and Pow. Three attacks, takes down Chi and Pow. Focus Sash does not get to activate because I hit it once before. And Heat Wave. Burt Urshifu. And now I Drain Punch it right in the face. Gets the knockout. And we win the match. First dub of the video.